Let's take a moment to honor fathers across the world with Father's Day memories from the News Radio 560 KPQ staff.
I have so many memories of my father. Most are good, some, well, we'll skip those. We played catch in the yard, the trips around the country, taught me a ton of life skills. Now, I've been accused of being a near clone of my father, often in exasperation by my wife or mother. But I wear it as a badge of honor and pride. My father is a great man, one I'm proud to be like. Even to this day, he helps me because he loves the passion I have for what I do. He'll send feedback, tips, lets me know when the stream isn't working, those kinds of things. Now, I don't have kids of my own, but if I did, I always thought that I would be very proud to be a dad like mine. I would take my kids to ball games, teach them how to golf, make sure they knew the boundaries of good behavior and what it meant to cross that line. So for all you dads out there, all you kids who love your dad, and for my father, Jeff Rounce, happy Father's Day. May I, and all kids, be a credit to you.
It was a day game in sunny San Francisco, and I was skipping school to see the Giants game with my dad. We were living the life of big city baseball fanatics, taking the streetcar to have a working man's lunch of New England clam chowder and oyster crackers eaten at the counter, surrounded by grown men busy with the gritty affairs of their day. Dave would have to go back to work, while we were on our way to that moment when you see the field for the first time. And you smell the grass and the fragrance of peanuts and beer all mixed with the chatter and tradition of infield pepper and batting practice. And later, when I was grown, we'd still play hooky, but now I would get the tickets. And we saw a lot of good Giants baseball that way and some stinkers as well, but it was baseball, and we were together again, seeing the field always like it was for the first time. Happy Father's Day, Daddy. Michael Knight, News Radio 560, KPQ.
I had the opportunity to be at my dad's side when he passed away. I was his only child, and he waited until I got there before he let go. I inherited a lot of personality traits and abilities from him, things that have helped me become who I am today. I was also blessed to have a wonderful stepfather. If you've ever heard the song He Didn't Have to Be by Brad Paisley, that pretty much sums up how I feel about him. Now I'm a dad, and my kids add an element to my life that you can get nowhere else. One day, my daughter, who was about 7 or 8 at the time, asked me what my greatest accomplishment was. I told her it was her and her brother. Unimpressed, she looked at me and said, "That was Mom. What did you do?" Tough to argue with that. Kids have a way of entertaining, humbling, teaching, and inspiring us. Being a dad is by far my most favorite gig. Happy Father's Day to everyone out there. I'm Dylan Carter, News Radio 560 KPQ.
Father's Day has taken on some extra poignancy this year with the recent tragedies many families in the Wenatchee Valley have had to bear in just the last 10 days alone, and the pain felt by many close friends and teachers and co-workers. These sudden losses have dazed our community. I'm reminded of my own family's nightmare 5 years ago when my son was rushed to a Seattle emergency room with a neck fracture suffered on his graduation night. Now, mercifully, his outcome turned out far less serious than these recent losses and injuries. But I'm reminded it is our role as a community to step up, as many already have, and lift up these families, their friends, co-workers, anyone affected. Lift them up in prayer or support in the way you're comfortable with as we celebrate all the fathers this weekend. Take a moment to honor the young dad a family has said goodbye to, and the dads who've endured so much pain over young lives lost or hurt in the Valley in recent days. And use happy memories. Make it a happy Father's Day. Dave Bernstein, News Radio 560 KPQ.